everyone, and welcome back to Beverly's Design Time. Tonight I will be making part 1 of my holiday series, and I'm doing a set of candle holders in gold. Alright, so in this project we'll be using some goodies that I found at the Goodwill. One of them being this beautiful candlestick. Can you believe that I paid 99 cents for this? This is one of 2. Secondly, I found this beautiful vase. And it was 99 cents too. Found 2 of these also. Alright, so we'll also be using some Mod Podge. I need a brush for that. We're going to be using some Fix-All adhesive from Dollar Tree. We're going to be using some bling. We're going to be using some of this flower bling. Some gems from Michael's. And I'm going to be using this gold glitter from the glitter that I'm always talking about. I love this glitter a lot. We are going to use some of this acrylic garland. And I have these glass maple leaf pendants that I got from Banggood. Now these are glass and they are very beautiful. Okay, so we're going to be using those also. Alright, so I'm going to move this stuff aside and get started. Let me apologize ahead of time if you hear the washing machine in the background. Alright, so let's just get started. I'm going to take some Mod Podge and pour it into this thing here. And all that I'm going to do is coat the inside of my glass with the Mod Podge. And I'm trying to work as fast as I can because it dries kind of quick, especially when you have lights on above you. So now I'm just going to work on trying to smooth it out so it's not so bad. We're going to do several coats of the Mod Podge and glitter. So that's what we're about to do. This time I'm not going to mix it together. This time I'm just going to sprinkle it. Once you're done putting the first layer on, look on the inside and see if you see any open spaces. I see a little bit of an open over here. So I'm just going to take my Mod Podge and tap it to cover it. So it may not look like too much right now, but it's going to be really beautiful. So I'm just going to let this dry and then we'll come back and add another coat. Okay guys, I'm back, and as you can see, my vase is not completely dry, but it is dry enough on the inside for me to go ahead and add the second layer. But before I do that, I forgot to mention one other thing we'll be using. And that's these little ornaments that you pick up at Dollar Tree. I've actually used one of these in one of my DIYs before, so I'm going to use it again in this one. So I went ahead and spray painted one ahead of time. And this is what it looks like. And I spray painted both sides. And it doesn't matter what gold spray paint you use. I think I use Rust-Oleum, but you can use whatever you like. So yeah, I forgot to mention that, guys, so let me put that aside for now. So now I'm going to go ahead and add some more Mod Podge and glitter to the inside of my vase. So I'll just go ahead and speed the video up while I do this. Hi everyone, I'm back. I went ahead and just finished putting glitter on the rest of the vase off camera. And I actually ended up having to go back to Walmart to get more glitter. They actually sell big containers of glitter, but the flakes are not this small. So I had to end up getting the same little package again. I'm actually going to decorate the vase a little bit more, but right now I'm going to set it aside because I want to go ahead and add my ornament on top of my candle holder. And I'll be using some E6000 and my hot glue to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and set that aside, and then we'll go on to decorating our vase. Okay, so when you get ready to glue your ornament onto your candle holder, just look underneath to see exactly where you need to put the glue. And I can see that I need to put some in here, so I'm going to put some E6000 on the inside, and then I'll also put some on each one of these little branches here. Okay, I'm just going to set it on the side because I don't want it all to run to the bottom. Now I'm just going to go ahead and add a little bit of hot glue. Right along the bottom to try and help it hold. So once you put it on there, just try and make sure it's as straight as you can possibly get it. Try and press down on it evenly. I'm going to try and add some more glue. So just press on it with even pressure. Okay, I can see where I need to add some hot glue right above where I put it before. Hold it down until the hot glue sets. So that's pretty good for now. So I'm going to set this aside and let this completely set up, and we'll come back to this later. Okay, so now back to our vase. The next thing that I want to do is go ahead and add some of my gold flower bling. And I'm just going to take a row and go all the way around. And because of the way it's made, I might have to cut every 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or whatever to make sure it lays down flat. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do next. Just go ahead and put one row all the way around the top. Before I start gluing these on, I like to take my lighter and burn the threads off, those extra little threads from where you cut it. Okay. Alright guys, so while I was burning some of the thread off, I actually ended up separating these, but that's okay, I can still use them. So what I'm going to do is start adding my bling around the top. And let's see, this is 4. Yeah, I'm going to do 4 at a time. Just to make sure that it curves the way that I need it to. To glue these on, I'll be using some of the Dollar Tree Fix-All along with my hot glue. So let's just get started. And I'm just lining it right up with the top. Now I'm not going to add hot glue to each one of the flowers. I'm going to add it at the beginning and the end of each set. So I'm going to continue all the way around, and then I'll come back and go on to the next part. So I'm right here at the end of my top row. So what I had to do to make it fit was cut the bling. You can actually cut it with scissors. So I had to cut this last piece to make sure that it fits. So keep that in mind when you're doing yours. So since my bling ended here, this will be the back part of my candle. Alright, so the next thing that I want to do is add one flower underneath here. Then I'll skip the next two flowers and go here, and I'm going to do that all the way around. So now I'm at the last single flower, and I'm just going to put it right here. Guys, you do not have to follow the pattern that I'm using. You can come up with yours. You could actually stop right there. You could add one underneath here, make a couple long, make one short, however you want to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and add one more row of flower bling all the way around. And then we'll go on to the next step. Okay guys, so this time I don't have to cut it because this part is wide enough to where my bling will lay flat now. So I'm just going to start at the end like I did before. I'm going to put two right below these two, kind of even it off that way. And as you can see, an entire flower will not fit, so I'm going to have to cut it. It is really easy to cut. Just cut a little away at a time until you get the right fit. Whoops. Okay, that works. Okay guys, so this is what it looks like so far. Isn't that gorgeous? Starting to look like something that belongs in a palace somewhere. So let's go on to the next step. Okay guys, so the next thing that I want to do is add a row of bling to the bottom. And since it's really narrow and I don't want it to curve the wrong way, I'm going to just attach 3 at a time. So I'm done putting my flower bling on. So now I'll just go ahead and add some gemstones to the center of each flower. And guys, you can pick these up at Michael's. So I'll go ahead and start attaching these onto each one of the flowers. And I'll be using my hot glue to do that because if you use regular glue, it'll dull the bling out. Just like that. So I'll go ahead and add gems to each one of these flowers. And once we're done with that, I'll go on to the next step. Okay everyone, so you can see that I've completed adding gemstones to each one of my flowers. Even on the ones that I cut, if they're big enough to hold one of these stones, then go ahead and add a stone to it. If it's like half of a flower, then go ahead and add a smaller gemstone to it. But yeah, this is where I am so far. I have them on the bottom and on the top. Isn't that gorgeous? This gold is really beautiful. This is going to be perfect for the holidays. And it'll be just as pretty in silver. So what I want to do now is go get the candlestick holder and attach this on top. Okay, so this is our candlestick holder. And you can see it's already attached pretty good. I'm still going to let this sit for another 24 hours. But while it's sitting, I decided to go ahead and glue this on. Glue this on top. Now this is a little tricky. So let me just explain it to you. I'm going to add some E6000 to the highest part of this ornament. Let me turn it this way. See if you can see it. Right here. Then I'll sit the vase on top. And try to get it as level as possible. When I did the first one, I actually had to pull the ornament to one side a little bit, add some hot glue, and let that set up, and then it was straight. So I'm going to go ahead and add some E6000 to the highest parts, like right along the slope of it. And guys, don't worry about the glue so much because we are going to hide that if it shows. And be a little generous with the glue. So now I'm just going to set this on top here. Move it around to make sure it looks even. And like I said, if it's leaning a little bit more to one side, we can fix that once this sets up. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and add just a little bit of hot glue right on the bottom. just to help it adhere quicker. Now that it looks pretty even, I'm just going to add a little bit of hot glue right next to where the vase meets the ornament. All the way around. And if you have any of the glue leaking down, you can clean it up later. But don't worry about it so much because we are going to come in and fix that later. So we're going to let this sit for 30 minutes and then we'll come back and decorate the base along with the neck of the candle holder. So before I start decorating my base, I want to go ahead and add some glitter to my ornament. So I'm just going to go ahead and add some Mod Podge. Just put a little bit down here on this paper. Add some Mod Podge to the ornament. And I'm just going to sprinkle some glitter on there. Okay, so that's all that I'm going to do. I'm just going to go ahead and finish that out, let that dry, and then come back and we'll complete the bottom. Okay guys, as you can see, I've completed putting glitter over my entire ornament. And just by adding something as simple as an ornament, brings this up to a whole new level. As you can see, I still have a little bit of a wiggle, but it's still a really pretty strong hold. I'm going to go in one more time with some more of my hot glue, and I'm using the Gorilla glue sticks. So at the base of the candle, I'm just going to go ahead and start adding some of my flowers, and I'll use the same thing that I used before, the Fix All adhesive along with some hot glue. Those are done. So now I'll go in and add some of the gemstones to these flowers as well. And I'm going to use the same size that I used at the top. Alright, so that's done. Now that we're done adding the gemstones to our flowers down here, I'm going to go in right under here and add some of the gold, these large solid gold gems right on top here, just to distract your eye away from the glue that's there. Okay, so that's what it looks like. So now I want to go ahead and add some bling wrap to my candle holder. So now I'm just going to take 2 rolls of bling and put it right around the base of the candle holder. And this is the back, so I'll start here. I'm going to add a little bit of hot glue to this, just a very small amount. That turned out to be the perfect length. Okay, so I'm just going to go in and press all the way around. So now I want to add some bling around here. So I'm going to go with 3 rolls. I'm going to take 3 rolls of bling and put it around here and around here. So now I'm going to add some of the small solid gold gemstones to the bling. And I think I'll just add 4. Alright, so that's how that looks so far. So now I want to go in with 1 row of bling around here, 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 and here. So guys, this is how far we've gotten. Okay guys, so now I want to go ahead and add my dangles and my pendants. So I'm just going to go ahead and add those and then we'll be done. So I'm going to use 2 of these acrylic beads and then I'll attach my maple leaf pendants. Alright, so that's how it looks. It has a ring at the bottom and a ring at the top. Alright, so now I'll go ahead and add my maple leaf pendant. And you can pick these up at BangGood.com. I'll have it in a link in my description box. And I'll attach it this way, right here. The part that protrudes out, I'm going to have that on the outside. Okay, so that's 1. Okay guys, so I'm almost done. I realized that I forgot to put bling at the bottom of here. So I'm going to go ahead and add that on the bottom. Clean up all the glue webs and then I'll come back and let you guys see the completed piece. Okay guys, I'm back and these are my 2 completed candle holders. I am extremely happy with how they turned out. Now let me say this, because of the way that I made them, you will not be able to use a regular candle and they will not give off a lot of light. But they turned out so beautiful, that really doesn't even matter. You can actually add a bouquet on top and make it into like a vase. So it's up to you guys, it's really pretty. But I have a couple of the battery operated candles from Dollar Tree that I'm going to put inside. You know, you could put actually 2 or 3 on the inside to give off a little bit more light. But if you give it too much light, then you'll see streaks from the gold glitter on the inside, which is still really pretty in my book. But I'm just going to put 1 on the inside and let you see what that looks like. And you'll see that it's glowing and it's really sparkly. It's really beautiful. So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys see that. Okay guys, so I'm just going to end this video by saying this is the first of my holiday DIY series. So stay tuned for more. And I'm also going to do a mount for the mask really soon. I have so many DIYs planned out and I'm trying to find the time to get them out to you guys. I'm just overflowing with all kind of DIYs in my mind, so I'm trying my best to get them out to you guys. So stay tuned for those. And if you like this video, please leave me a thumbs up. And if you are subscribed, make sure that your notification bell is on. And if you aren't subscribed, please do so now so you don't miss out on my next upload or giveaways. So stay tuned for that as well. Thanks so much for watching.